Hey guys, I finally got it. I finally got Ahsoka Tano's Duel on Peridea. So in today's video, we're going to be reviewing the set and talking about everything in the set. Alright, starting off with Ahsoka Tano. This is already a really great minifigure. It is very similar to her darker robes with some of the other Ahsoka sets, but it is also different because the printing is a little bit different on the legs and torso. The torso is pretty much the same, just in different colors, but this is a really great minifigure because of the color contrast, and I like how the gray on both the torso and legs are both different, but they blend into each other. And here is a look on the arm printing. The arm printing is also really great, and it is very detailed. There is the back of her, and there is the full back torso print along with her additional face. That face print is a really good angry expression. And back to the front, her regular face print is also really good. Shows how calm she is, and it just really expresses her in the show. And her head piece is also different. It is a different printing from her other variant, but this is a really great minifigure, and the lightsabers are also nice accessory, but this is a good minifigure for the set. And here is Ezra Bridger. This is one of the first Ezra Bridgers we've gotten in a long time. This is amazing. This minifigure has a lot of detail on the torso and legs. There could have been more detailing, but I think he did wear relatively simple clothes in the show, so this is a very good representation of that. His face print is phenomenal. They have that scar on his face like he did in the original series and in the show, and they did really good. And I didn't address it about Ahsoka, but LEGO have been not doing pupils in some of the sets and some of the minifigures, and they did that with Darth Maul and with one of the newest minifigures, and it looks really odd, really off. And with Ezra and Ahsoka, they did it really well, where it looks good, and it really expresses themselves, but it doesn't look bad on them. And then there is a look at the back. And then there he is without his hair and his alternate anger expression. This is also really good printing, and it expresses him very well. And this is just an overall really great minifigure. As I said, we haven't gotten an Ezra in a long time, and so I hope we get more Ezra minifigures in the future with the second season of Ahsoka, but this is a relatively good and somewhat simple minifigure, but then again, in the torso and legs, it has so much detail that it looks really good. And here we have Morgan Elsbeth. This is a decent minifigure. The face print is by far the best highlight of the minifigure. It is incredibly detailed. It really represents her from the show. And I think one thing that would have been cooler to get from this minifigure is maybe an alternate expression with just full black pupils. That would have looked really nice, because in the show she just has full black pupils, I'm pretty sure. But moving on, the torso is pretty detailed. It represents her from the show. But then we go to the legs, and it's just black legs. It's really plain. They could have added some printing there. It would have been really, really nice if they added a dark red waist cape to match the torso, because that would have looked good. That was what was in the show. That would have looked really good and represented the minifigure really well, though. But LEGO doesn't do cloth waist capes anymore, though. It's weird that it would have been really nice to see it, and it would have looked really good on this minifigure. Moving on to the back, this is the back print. It's pretty plain, just supposed to wrap around the entire back. And then there is the alternate expression. This really represents her from the show, and I think they really did the printing really good. The printing matches really well from the original print, but the angerness looks really well. They just represented it well, and it looks really good. And her hairpiece. Her hairpiece is the first minifigure that we've gotten with something like this. It looks really nice, and this really looks good. It looks like it's straight out of the show, and it really, hold on, let me try to focus. Okay, it really is very detailed, and it's really nice that they brought a new mold for this character instead of using a old mold that would have looked okay on this minifigure. But when they do a new mold for a new character, even if it comes in just one set, it looks really nice, and I like that they did that with this minifigure. And now moving on to the sword. The sword, it looks really good. The stud on the back of the holding piece, it looks good. It makes it look a little bulkier, and the green piece that they used for the sword looks really good. I don't think it really looks like it is the sword that they used in the show, though. It doesn't really look that similar, and that was more of a physical sword. This looks more like a green darksaber, but it looks good, but it doesn't really represent the show that well. So I think that they could have done a little bit of printing on the green lightsaber part, and they could have made it look more like a sword and made the green part look like energy coming out of the sword. But it still looks very good. And now moving on to Grand Admiral Thrawn. There's just not that much to say about him. It is a really good minifigure. We haven't gotten one in quite a while, ever since Rebels, but this is a very desired minifigure, and they just did it so well. The dual molded legs looks really good, really simple, but that's really all he wears in the show. He doesn't wear very complicated clothing, and same with his torso. His torso looks really good, nice. It really represents from the show. It's pretty much like his other minifigure, just more detailed, and he even has the badge that represents Grand Admiral. And he doesn't have any arm printing, but with this minifigure, he doesn't need any arm printing. He's a very simple minifigure, and that's what makes him a good minifigure, because they didn't overcomplicate him, and they made him a good minifigure. And same with his face print. His face print looks really, really, really good. It looks so good, and there's just not much to say about it. It's just good. But the red eyes are the highlight of it, and the blue face with the sinister the mouth. He's not smiling. He's just doing a look that he does very often in Rebels and very often in the Ahsoka series. But there's just not much to say about this minifigure because it is so simple, yet it represents him so well. And there is the back printing. Again, simple, but it looks really good. And there is the alternate face expression. It again looks really well, really good, and it looks, I mean, I don't really remember him making this look in the show, but he needed a sinister look, and, well, an angry look, and this looks good. One big difference that I did notice, though, is they use the same hairpiece, sure, but it is in a different color. You probably can't see it very well on the camera on the screen because you're not in person. But anyway, if you have this minifigure, you can see that it is a little different. It is just completely black hair, and in the original minifigure, it was a dark blue. But I think it looks really good. You can't really tell because it blends in with the blue so well, and it is, again, a live-action show. Ahsoka is. It's a live-action show, so it's not going to be the exact same as the Rebels series because it is animated different. It looks completely different. But I think it looks really good. But that is one of the key differences in these minifigures. And here we are with the last minifigure of this set. This is the Night Trooper. This is a really detailed stormtrooper. I really like it. It is straight out of the show. It is a apocalyptic type feel stormtrooper. They've been trapped on the planet for years and years, and this just, even if you haven't seen the show and you don't know what happened, you can tell that this is a apocalyptic type minifigure, and it really gives off the vibe, and it looks really good. There is the face print, a zombie face print. I think it looks really good. It really looks like a zombie. The green eyes look really good. And going down to the torso is just an average stormtrooper print, but they added the details, the straps, and the golden cracks on the suit that had in the show. Same with the legs. It is the exact same. It is, now that I look at it, they only have a tiny bit of printing on the not the legs part, but right above the legs and right in between the torso. They just have a tiny bit of printing on there. It would have been pretty cool to get a little bit more printing, like maybe the belt comes closer or something. But the legs look really good, and the strap on one leg looks really nice, and the golden cracks throughout the entire body just looks really nice, and it just makes this minifigure look really cool. And now that I'm looking at it, you can also see the kneecaps. The armor on the knees, it's different. It's not the same exact armor. They're both different knee armor. So it just even makes it look even more like a zombie apocalypse type minifigure, because those are obviously from different different stormtrooper suits, but they use that, and it makes it look really nice. And there is the back print, just as good as the front. It might be a little more detailed than the front, actually, but it has a strap wrapping around the entire back, and again, the golden cracking throughout the entire suit. And it has a tiny bit of back head printing as well, which looks really nice, makes it look more wrinkly like a zombie and whatnot. And there's the helmet. The helmet is just as good as the entire suit. It has the golden cracks on the helmet like it goes throughout the entire suit. But one big problem that all stormtrooper helmets have nowadays is that it dips down right there when it gets to the torso. That doesn't really, it's just not really describable, but you know how it is with play features. You can't turn the head at all. It's not good for play, and it just looks really weird. The older stormtrooper helmets definitely look a lot better, and I hope they do make a new mold or go back to the old mold. But this is an overall very good minifigure. And now back to the actual set. this is a really good set. I really like it. I really had a lot of fun building it, and they used a lot of clever techniques to make the entire shape of the set. And one big detail that a lot of people hate, and including me, about this set is the amount of stickers that you have to put on here. I mean, everything from the pathway to the pillars. There are a lot of stickers in this set, and especially the pillars. They could have printed a lot of these, and it would have been really nice to get. And especially these right here, these curved ones. Those were the hardest ones to put on, and they definitely could have printed those. It would have looked really nice. But going past that, this set has a really good build, and it is a pretty good scale. On the side here, it has a play feature to where you turn this, and it turns these in the middle right here. Turns these around. Those are really cool for when you're playing. You can have a minifigure right there, and you can have them moving around. And then there's another one around here for the same thing. And then there's one right here that you can move around like this. I think they should have hooked up a mechanic right here, the same as over here, to where you can move that. Because that one you have to move with your fingers right on it. I mean, there's enough room to do that, definitely. But it would have looked really nice if they could have done something else. There's also a really nice play feature right here where if you take a minifigure, preferably as your bridger to replicate the scene, you put him right there, he kind of loosely sits in there, and then you push right here. It is a good play feature in concept, but it doesn't really work that well because there isn't that much leverage there isn't that much leverage right here, and so it kind of flaws. Sometimes he goes back if you don't apply enough pressure, but it would have been also really nice to get Sabine Wren in this scene, because technically speaking, Thrawn wasn't in this scene. I mean, technically, yes, he was, but he wasn't right here in this scene. So it would have been nice to get Sabine too. I'm glad that Thrawn came in the set, but it would have been also nice to get Sabine, because she was in the scene, and it would have been really nice, because then you could have also put her behind Ezra, force pushing him up to the ship. But again, Lego probably didn't have the budget, and they probably didn't want to put any more minifigures, and it probably would have been $60. So this is an overall really good set, and I really love it. But this is an overall very good set, and I'm really glad that I have it now. Again, the pillars are very detailed, and they look like they're straight out of the show. But there is room for improvement, and who knows, in years from now they could make another set like they've made with so many others, but I don't see them doing that. So that's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you aren't already, subscribe, because a lot more videos like this are coming up, and I want to post more often, and I really want to put out entertaining content for you guys to watch. So tell me down below in the comments if you want more videos like this or some more stop motion videos. And I have a few more sets that I'm really wanting to put a video on, and so yeah, bye.